coming out spinster. Welcome, welcome. Today I want to discuss the middle way. We hear so many spiritual leaders from Buddha to Jesus speak of following that middle, narrow way. As an artist, and I'm sure many of you know this, when we mix all the colors together, we get gray. So that gray area is kind of where I aim to be. I tend to think that when we mix all vibrations and all frequency and all information, all energies together, that we get that middle way, we get that gray area. I believe in fully embracing the yin and the yang and staying on that middle line in between, that flowing middle line. And of course, I love to embrace my feminine energy. I do think of myself as kind of, I am bridging that gap between my hippie parents, the hippies, and then the punks that came along in the late 70s, early 80s. My generation, Gen X, the grunge kids, the crunchies, we were hippie punks. Much in the same way, 100 years ago in the 1920s, we had the rebel flapper chicks, and these girls were really fringe. They were like, these absolute rebel punks for their time. So I love them with their cute little page boy haircuts and such. And you fast forward to the 30s, and you have this extreme femininity. You have these, very long satin silk dresses, taffeta, darling, taffeta, going all the way to the floor, and these big, exaggerated, lacy, puffy sleeves. So, this exaggerated femininity. Whereas in the 20s, they were going more for, the women were going more for like a masculine look, and they were kind of rejecting the corset, so to speak. There was no waistline in 20s. You might have one button fastened on a very loose fitting type of cardigan or jacket, but you didn't have anything cinching you up in here. You could breathe finally, right? So a real sort of FU to the Victorian age, and women being so confined that they were actually fainting due to the inability to breathe. So anyway, I aim to kind of stay in that gray area, still always embracing being a woman though. Really being proud of the fact that I'm a woman and that I can make it on my own. Okay, I've been making it on my own for over a decade. I have a little trouble asking for help. I like to just take care of it all, me, myself, and I, even in emotional crises, situations where people have unexpectedly and in tragic ways lost their lives. I still relied on myself. I am learning more and more to go to others and to admit when I do need help with things, but for the most part, I got it. I can take care of myself. Oh, girl got her power tools, knows how to use them. I'm always having to fix things. And generally I don't ask for help, but there are people out there who would help me in a heartbeat, and I know that, and that's really good to know that I do have a support system, because it's healthy to have one, okay? But anyway, back to the middle road. I just want to show you something real quick. Where is that? One moment. Okay, so this is a painting I did years ago, actually. It's called Encounter on a Beach. So it does have a provocative little scene there. But it's really an illustration of the middle way. We kind of have these different worlds going on. We have these different paths, and we have a hidden path. So we have this upper path, we have this path, we have this realm here, this dimension. Okay, and here's where carnal man is, right? They're right here. but there's a hidden path. It's not here. It's right here. It's along the cliff line. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the edge. It's between. It can see all of the worlds. It can see the top of the mountain. It's halfway up the mountain, and it can also see into other dimensions, and it's above carnal man. But that's the middle road right there. And the original title was The Middle Road, but then it became Encounter on a Beach. And, I really want people to see that it's a little deeper than just carnal man, right? It's a little bit deeper than that. And you can see that as you follow that middle way, that hidden path, there is enlightenment. There it is. All right. Thank you for joining me today. All right, and I'll see you all shortly. Peace, harmony, happiness, and love. Mwah.